Hello, I'm MARSHALgoldpack, and this is my log, part 8. So, we had the longest raid ever at that point. It was our biggest raid. We eventually topped it far down the track, but yeah, that 11-hour raid for 99th Regiment was hell big. Dr. Dre wasn't even in it when it first started. It was originally being led by Buddy, and then Tay came in as support. Tay 7577, and Asphalt Burner was online, but I'm pretty sure he refused to join because it was up against me, and Asphalt Burner and me got along really well. Like pretty before that war kicked in, Asphalt. I had one last conversation with Dr. Dre about chances to come back, and Asphalt Burner was like begging me to say sorry, and Dr. Dre just started saying so much bullshit in the meeting, and everyone started, like, it was a big meeting, and this was already when the table was completely flipped over and everything was messy. Asphalt Burner was only focused on me joining the 99th Regiment again, but he didn't really understood the big picture. And during that meeting that got so ugly, the Asphalt Burner was like so intense at that time. He was like, "Shut up!" and just screamed that to everyone. They all shut up and they're waiting for me to talk to like see if I was okay with Dr. A's terms of me coming back as private and all this kind of dumb, really garbage bullshit. I was pretty much gonna be a slave if I went back. I never was. Anyway, I got up and my response was, "Dr. Dre, you're a disgusting, slimy maggot, and I hope your clan rots through the community." And as I started saying that, I kid you not, I've had some pretty insane moments on the Xbox, and you always get people that scream. And rarely you'll come across intense moments when they actually mean the scream that they scream. Like when they scream, they intentionally mean it with all the drama to, like, back it up. This was the most intense scream I've ever heard in my entire life. I had to rip my mic off my head because it was so loud. I didn't bother turning down the volume. I was like all cozy and it was hiding from me. And I'm like, holy shit, I just ripped off my mic. The second I started sounding like Dr. Dre, you're a great slimy maggot, you just hear this, Panda! I'm sorry, I can't imitate it. The second I think about it, it's just I start giggling, but yeah, it was just like Panda, nah, as loud as you could possibly imagine. Like, if this didn't break his mic, then you had one good mic. Asphalt Burner, if you listen to this video, I hope you know that. The whole world knows about your amazing scream now. If you need a guy that's a good dramatic screamer, get Asphalt Burner. Mm. Mm. So that raid, yeah, it was horrible. Dr. Dre got in when it was close to the end, when it was already into his 7th hour. That's when Dr. Dre got to join. And man, that was horrible. Like, this raid was so dragged out. Defending our base, they eventually captured it off of us after 4 hours. And we're fighting to get it back just about ever since. On the 6th hour, we're fully in control. And then the second Dr. Dre came online, a lot of his other members came online with him. They must have themselves turned offline. They normally hide, but when there's a raid, they come online. Yeah, Dr. Dre's own members hide from him because he's, such a mean guy. Like, if he wants a training lobby or host and he has members online that aren't playing Halo Reach, and he'll forcefully go in their parties and be all like, "Get the fuck on Halo Reach," and start going crazy. So people keep themselves turned offline just so they don't harassment from the 99th Regiment. Oh man. But yeah, when he came online, a lot of his members came online, and oh my god, that was pretty much the end of it. Dr. Dre joined in the 7th hour, and oh my god, that raid was just me and all my members were coming online and offline, and they had to go because, you know, the 11-hour raid was all day pretty much. And the final people I was with in that raid, like absolutely down to the bone, Bloody Warlord, Yoshi, and Spirit Eagle. And CT Scopes, Ben Billy LC, as well as Evil Orange 33, who is now Slurpy Orange. Wait, no, he's now Shaky Orange. Yeah, Shaky Orange. Those were the last few people I actually remember in that raid. That was just incredibly horrific. Wait, I nearly forgot Kilogram. He lasted for a very long time as well, but he was falling asleep towards the end there, so he had to go. You're not allowed to go AFK in a raid. I had to kick him because he actually did, pretty much. But yeah, God, that was intense. If this is funny, it would have been our very first raid loss when we decided to bring 3rd gen. Well, we weren't even 3rd gen, we're just GOLDPACK. I don't want to be a clan leader, so in saying that fact, we just wore the uniform for the hell of it. And we're looking for a clan to be in as a division, like we originally had for the 99th Regiment, till that failed. So, we're just GOLDPACK. But that would have been a raid loss, and we haven't lost a raid as the little group that we were. But what happened is that Dr. Dre happened to not only go against raid rules, but completely just take a steaming pile of shit all over it. Like, it's like he didn't even knew that the raid rules existed. And Buddy originally started it. Dr. Dre helped him make it even messier. They were winning, and if they had followed rules and hanged in there just for another 30 minutes of playing normal, they actually would have won and took our base, GOLDPACK HQ Eagle. But they took the most powerful vehicles and weapons they possibly could, and you could not get any closer to the spawn. They were right at the spawn. It got to a point where there was only 4 of us left, me, Yoshi, CT Scopes was another, his name's now, what is it? Things fade me, sorry. But yeah, we're only down to 4 guys at that point. And we're only just managing to get into the base, but after Dr. Dre was in and the rest of the lobby just filled up 99th, we weren't able to get into the base. And the way it works out, you have to hold the base and not let the enemy breach it for a full hour. If that happens, it's a win by defense and it's game over for whoever managed to defend the base for a full hour without letting the enemy breach it. By breach it, by literally get inside. Kill them before they get inside. They were winning, but after doing that for about 30 to 40 minutes, they just gave up and went to the spawn and started slaughtering us with a Falcon, sniper rifles, Spartan laser. They had jetpacks, so they're jetpacking all around. My raids are different. They're most definitely fair. And it's not unlimited armor ability. So because it's not unlimited armor ability, you can actually use jetpack and armor lock, all these type of abilities. And yeah, they're just giving it to us. Like, I mean, it's 4 people versus the rest of the lobby that had access to snipers, lasers, Falcon, Warhogs, all at the spawn. Every single angle. It got to the point where if a GOLDPACK member spawned, we could not survive for more than 30 seconds, would be dead. Even if all we did would run and hide. So it was just a complete spawn frenzy. And I can't believe I was this polite, but I even sent messages to buddies saying, it's been a long raid, and you guys are about to lose by default for going against the rules. Back to the base immediately. You've got 5 minutes. I don't know why I was so polite. I just I feel better about myself when, you're plotting and give the enemies extra chances or so they can learn to play things the way they should be. I mean, I don't want to be that type of clan that the second the enemy does something wrong against the rules, you just scream out, "Red win!" I mean, Navcom. Yeah. They continued doing that for an entire hour of spawn. Like, it was just crazy. And that's when we were like, yep, no. I recorded that moment and I was like, yeah, that is, Dr. Dre, you and your officers are real idiots. You've had it just for once in your life played by the rules. You could have got a legitimate loss against the person you hated a lot. But nah. So we're pretty happy with ourselves. It was a win by default due to the enemy of them just completely disregarding multiple rules. And they tried to call raid win against rules. I mean, we didn't break a single rule. We always play it by the book. You ask any of my members that, especially when it comes down to raids. I mean, if I ever play up or go against rules is when I've already admit defeat. Most of the time you'd get that in like a BTB when the enemy's like 80 members, 80 kills up. And you're on the last 5 minutes, like there's no way you're going to win that one. So it's just, you mess about then. I've actually never gone against the rules when it comes down to a raid. Because raids, be honest, is our specialty, kind of just like Navcom. Yeah. So, after that was all over and we managed to win, our target was set on Shield of Honor for what they did. Was completely unacceptable. I mean, seriously. I was gobsmacked. I was questioning how corrupt and screwed up was this crappy old community. I mean, it was thriving even more back then, but still, all the backstabbing and drama just got to a whole new level. I thought back in the day of Halo 3, for like, Gen 1, Gen 2, GOLDPACK was dramatic. It was taken to a whole new levels, It turns out, after digging into it for a couple of months, I truly found out the whole reason of why SOH X Vengeance decided to be a retard was because Commando Farah loved me and loved GOLDPACK at the time. He wanted to see us in Shield of Honor so badly that when they were all huddling and talking in that massive meeting, I mean, SOH X Vengeance did not want GOLDPACK in Shield of Honor as a division wearing their own uniform. And I wanted to start the Bear Claw, then change to their emblem. But first I wanted to start with the Bear Claw to see if they would actually be flexible for another whole entire division. Because, it's kind of like give respect, get respect kind of thing. Just give everything. Don't give someone everything they want or then things can get pretty ugly pretty quick. It's more like sealing that bond that will last long. Anyway, try not to go off track here. So yeah. It was mainly because of Commander Farah persisting and persuading and using all of his talent to convince them to let us in, and he actually succeeded. But when you force the top dog, the alpha, the leader of the clan to do something, if he's not cool with it, but other people in his clan literally force him to do it, it's not gonna go well. If he's the overall leader, then it's his clan, and if something's happening that he doesn't fully agree or wish to happen, then things will slide pretty badly. So yeah, I figured that was the whole reason of it all. I couldn't comprehend why he would allow a division to become one with his clan and to just suddenly stab in the back on the last second. The immediate second there's a raid called in, and he was fully alerted, like he knew what was going on. Tool. Yeah. Anyway, that led into a dramatic war. But it wasn't a dramatic war yet. Like, we were going to attack them when we're ready. But Shield of Honor was just playing it cool. We didn't hear anything from them after that, pretty much. Except for the fact that the leader of Shield of Honor would keep coming to me and calling me autistic retard and just about every other bad word you could possibly think of, like, seriously. His mouth is so foul, it's like, I mean, being close to rotten fish. It's a hell lot better than hearing Vengeance Mouth go on and on. But yeah, so we continued to search for clans. We came across Fleet of Reconciliation. They were too Sankili for us, and every single rank had its own uniform to it. We weren't cool with that. We moved on. We actually became very close to, oh, what's this crappy gamer tag? I think it's like OI Cluzy IO, or maybe it's OZ Cluzy ZO. Anyway, this guy called Cluzy was the leader of a UNSC clan, and the name of the clan was just UNSC, legitimately. And he wanted to make me a general straight off the bat in his clan, and he did not want the bear paw being in it. That's where we really got stuck, and I decided to spend a couple days with him to see how things might turn out. He just turned out to be another disgusting, crummy dirtbag of a leader after talking to Commander Farah about him. Yeah, he used to be in Shield of Honor. He caused a lot of trouble, not for the good reasons either. Anyway, so we moved on from that, and I was really starting to lose hope in the community. I just thought, yeah, there's not going to be too many clans. Like, I came across a couple more. One of them might have been Death Before Dishonor. I'm pretty sure that's that name. Death Before Dishonor. Yeah. And they seemed pretty legitimate, and we're going to go through with them, but then they went into a massive war, and I got to talk to the enemy they're going up against. DGA, it might have been. God, too long ago. But yeah, and he got pissed off with me after talking about how it would all work out. He was like, dude, I can't, I'm fed up with your stuff, dude, I don't want it to happen, you're talking too much, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to focus on this raid, this clan that's trying to destroy me. He pretty much just lost his cool, and, you know, when people lose their cool and they kind of go crazy, you really get to see the true side, which was great, because I thought, yeah, there's no way in heck I'll join this guy's clan. Not worth it, so I moved on. And I came across this funny little guy who sounds like he was so stoned it's not funny. It sounded like if you walked into his room, this massive cloud of smoke weed would just completely pour out. It was just like like some sort of gas chamber. And his name was I Love a Joker. I'm sure a lot of people know him. Yeah. Yep, leader of Joker Nation. Boy, have I heard some bad shit about him. He messaged me, and a couple of his Joker members messaged my people in GOLDPACK asking questions about how many people have we got, how long have we been around, and we're freaking the hell out because as far as I'm concerned, Joker Nation are really high up in a dirty way that they troll grief, but most importantly, they do have the power of hacking, DDoSing. I heard they've even stolen 1 or 2 accounts to fake battles and given it back. And that stuff's true, they do have 2 guys. I mean, they find everyone's IP address and they play around. But I'm not really a fan of people like that. I wasn't as used to it as I am now, back then. So we're trying our best to stay away from them. And then got to the point where they actually talked to one of my members. I told my members, be warned, these guys are not to be played with or talked to. They have the ability of DDoSing, hacking, and tampering with your account. So my members were well and truly informed until one slipped away and said hello to him, and then he started chatting away, and that was Rabbitohs. You goddamn Rabbity Rab. His name is now Atomic Slayer 12. Message him, feel free to say hello. Yeah, so at that point I thought, oh shit. I just decided to man up and talk to I Love a Joker. And man, we had a meeting with armed guards everywhere. It was so close to completely going out of control and everyone just, you know, completely losing it. Because my members were really scared about Joker Nation. They didn't like him. They looked up some research and they saw nothing but bad news. We had a really long chat. And surprisingly, me and I Love a Joker got along really well. That meeting had to last about 2-3 hours. And his members, one of them, I think it was Brave X Joker or Guns X Joker. I can't remember which one it was. One of them was more of a Joker, and he kept jumping on my member's head and accidentally assassinated him. And that's when things started getting out of hand. I'm just like, I love a Joker, I love you, but I'm sorry, I've got to do this. And I kicked his friend, and he was like, oh, you don't have to kick him. I was like, quickly, replace him with another Joker. Because he was just a little bit, he must have been stoned or something. He was out of control. But yeah, we continued to chat, and before he knew it, he thought GOLDPACK was pretty well. He really, I Love a Joker admired how I was hated by so much of the community. Well, I was so dead set hated, and he actually liked that. Kind of messed up, but he liked it, and he thought that would make a fantastic division for his clan. You see, he's got his little troll, and he's got the elites, the Joker elites, Joker in their name. They're all pretty spunky, good players, love to troll. And then they have so many fans that they want to join their clan, but they didn't want to recruit them or deal with those type of people. You know, just normal people, fun ones to play with. And he thought, if you're in our community, because he talks so funny. I Love a Joke was like, if you're in our community, you could be on top of the list. You could recruit everyone who wouldn't be able to get into our elite force, join what we call the Joker Nation main army. You should think about it, Tell me what you think when you get back to me. Just look up our website, go on YouTube. I mean, the way he talked, I don't know if he was trying to talk like that, or he just smoked so much weed it eventually did something to him. I Love a Joker. What a funny cracker. Anyway, after that meeting, we had a massive chat, and I got back to him and said, you know what, I'm so going to take you up on that offer. And before you know it, we joined the Joker Nation community. And it was great. The feedback was really good. A lot of my members were scared and did not like the decision. I mean, a lot of them were like, we're a righteous clan, they're not. I'm like, look, people go through a lot. I've done things I'm not proud of, but we all change. Our intentions are good. As far as I'm concerned and what I've heard, that Joker Nation's intentions may not be the best, but they're pure and is not as bad as people make them out to be, as they were back in the day. I understood their theory and how they wanted to do things with the raid wins and everything and forcing clans to surrender. I like that idea. I feel that clans should surrender. I mean, I hate this whole black and white, grey UNSC feeling where clans can avoid doing a raid and get 0 damage for it. If you avoid doing a raid, you should get the most damage, right? Your clan should get screwed up. God, I hate crappy clan leaders that can't own up to defeat. Yeah, anyway. So, we love the idea. Half of my high rank and loyal members liked it, the other half really did not like it. And we joined them. It was pretty good. But suddenly what happened is that Shield of Honor really despised Joker Nation. I didn't realize I hated them that much. And after hearing what's happened, Shield of Honor requested my support in a training lobby. SOHX Vengeance was chatting away to me. I was checking out his extremely crappy and dodgy looking training base. It looked like a 2-year-old put it together with glue. But he just suddenly was like, hang on, give me a second, I've got to join a party. And then he joined the party and just immediately jumped on me, assassinated me. And then a couple of his members went to game chat and screamed, and then I got kicked. And I'm just like, what the fuck happened? I talked to one of the Jokers and was like, dude, I think they're calling war or something. This is going to be great. I'm like, really? They're calling war? And like, before I know it, yeah, Commando Farah told me what happened. It's like, yeah, dude, why did you join the Joker Nation community? They effing suck. Like, Commando Farah hated the guts out of Joker Nation. And that's only because Joker Nation got the better of him and they trolled the living shit out of him. They recorded him getting angry and Commando Farah's mouth just went out of control and looked really newbie. So that's why he got a real chip on the shoulder of them. Yeah. So that happened. They declared full out war. We did not want to back down. We had a couple of members leave GOLDPACK the second we joined the Joker Nation. When we joined, we had about 50 members. 40. Yeah, we're closer to 50. There's a couple of members who started to not come online at all. It's kind of sucky. But they still count. But yeah. So we went to full out war. We challenged the people that wanted to take our maps, Shield of Honor. They apparently won all our raid maps. Despite what they'd say about my bases, I've always had a lot of good feedback from the maps I built. I built all my maps, my training maps, my like raid and meeting maps. I built them all, and normally feedback's always positive. But if the people hate me, it's normally negative. But deep down, I know they want it. There's not too many legit raid maps out there the clan actually made themselves. If the enemy know the clan leader made it, then it's just all more delicious to take off of them. So we went to full out war. We did this massive conquest game. It was like territories all over the map. And then a BTB, a team tactical, another BTB. And they wanted to do raids as well, and I was so down with that. But they wanted to do the defensive one first. He explained that they only do it for an hour, and the bases are not OP. And they follow the community raid rules. I said, sure, I'll do that. But I've done community rules a lot back in the day. I don't do them anymore, but I still do them. But if your base is not fair and doesn't suit the 1 hour time, then dude, it's not going to be a raid win for you. And he just started saying a whole bunch of shit. Anyway, we went down to the raid. It was the most disgusting OP raid map. It was pathetic. And after 1 hour, we went and I called it a raid win. And boy, did that start some shit. Actually, it got him so pissed off and in such a bad mood that he made a 15-minute long YouTube video where he was just completely bitching and bickering about me. It actually made him look bad. All his members were like, dude, like, Vengeance, what are you doing? You're looking like a nerd. I pretty much thanked them. I'm like, thank you, Vengeance, for giving me so much publicity. You couldn't have helped me anymore. So we end up going into a raid again, where we're defending this time. It was only meant to be Shield of Honor. But guess who was with them? All of 99th Regiment. And United Golden Nation. I talked to United UGN leader, maybe Mitchell. I had a chat with him in a party, and he immediately got on my bad side because he said I have no right to use the name Gold, and I was like, screw you. So we immediately hated them. So Shield of Honor joined the raid with Dr. Dre and all the others wearing the Shield of Honor uniform. And I said, Dr. Dre, did you discard your entire clan and join Shield of Honor? And he's like, fuck no, I'm just helping Shield of Honor defeat you. I'm like, dude, no alliance clans are allowed. It's just a clan on clan in this raid. And Dr. Dre said, I'm in his clan. Can't you see me wearing his uniform? I'm like, you're gross. Anyway, went back to my party and we're going to give it to them. We didn't care if they're grouping up. We're going to give it to them anyway. It was UGN, 99th Regiment and Shield of Honor versus GOLDPACK. And we beated them. It was insane. I could not believe that me and like my 80 members at that point were flogging 3 of the biggest clans I knew of in the community at that time. It was insane. And when 1 or 2 people lagged out, we had 2 only 1 full invite party ready to go, and we managed to get them in faster. It was insane. And it was so laggy, the game completely timed out. I got sent to the dashboard somehow for Halo Reach and then sent back into the game. And my guys and some of the Shield of Honor and UGN members were still in there, but Dr. Dre and his members lagged out. And then the rest of Shield of Honor and UGN just left the entire game. And we're still in control of the base, they didn't even take it off of us. And I'm like, what just happened? And everyone got a message. You guys lagged out the game, it's a raid win. And all of GOLDPACK just screamed out laughing. It was so glorious. Ah, that was the best raid ever. It had to be. I'm MARSHALgoldpack. If you enjoyed my log, then I'll see you for part 9. And as always, see you on the flip side, guys.